Houston Cougars. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Houston Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will have the opening possession of the game. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Running to Green. Picks up the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. So Houston's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Houston going up-tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle to give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Immediately fires to the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Is another first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Turning it on. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get North up the field for a first down. Well done.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense has kept him backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Takes the easy one to the back. Breaks into the open. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking to throw, it's Ortiz. Caught near the sticks, it's Guzman. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll give it to the back. Runs for the tackle. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Defense in press coverage. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
For this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing it.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. The field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Houston wants to play fast.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go.
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 20. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Ward. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. A quick pass to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. To the air, it's Ortiz. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Cougars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. Looking downfield, it's Ortiz. This is a huge drive for this offense. Down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking for space. It's Reese. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Cyclones will punt this one away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Cyclones come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Ortiz. On target over the middle. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Church. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm looking to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens.
He lets one fly deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Past the first down marker and still running. He's down to the 38-yard line. Defense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
The Cyclones will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. He'll start this drive firing, using the quick game. At the 45 on his way. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Houston going up tempo.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
To the air on first down. And wings it incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And they take it in for 6 more points. didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. And the Cyclones trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pressure coming. And he's snowed under.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run him that much, and you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Punts it out of the air. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Catches it at the 15. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Houston! Stealing a score on special teams. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Caught in the backfield, it's Reese. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Smashes through the tackle. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Firing to the right, complete. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
pace. That's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Iowa State 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tosses it incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field it close to the 50. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Ortiz. Rushes on him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch around the 50. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Under fire. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The give to the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun, the running back has it. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Brings up
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Back to pass, it's Ortiz. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Houston wants to play fast. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
first and goal for Houston.
He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And they add 6 more for that trip to the house. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on. Possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of...
And a sack all the way back at the 5. And the Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the grab close to the logo. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Houston going up tempo. They'll try to power their way ahead. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Reese. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Ortiz. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete in the middle. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The Cyclones getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding